We all know Hot Topic. It's the place that you see when you go to the mall to get something useful, and you look inside because you have to look inside, and you see some anime, you see the Funko Pops. Also, malls are dead, so if you just decide to go to the mall randomly because you're that bored and for some reason you don't have internet, you might notice a Hot Topic, which again, you just kind of go in there and you're like, oh yeah, like that's cool. So it doesn't even have anything to do with metal really anymore. But you go in there, you find some alternative stuff, and some fun anime stuff and all that. And at the back, the very lonely, scared section, which is very dusty usually, you'll find some band tees of, obviously bands you were looking for, and not just pink hoodies of Nirvana. Love Nirvana, nothing against them. That's basically the Hot Topic experience. However, there's been a big oopsie that has gone on that actually I was messaged specifically about this too, where you guys might know of someone called Berried Alive, which if you've seen them around, it's Charles Caswell. He does the crazy stuff. He does everything to do with berries. Berried Alive. He has a billion puns. Blood Orange, Demon Berry, Heavy Blanket, Fuego, Burst Berry. He's about the fruit life, Planet of the Grapes. So he goes crazy, and he's very berry themed, and he has merch like this, which makes sense. Berried Alive, and strawberries violently eating bananas and stuff like that. Let's get bananas stuff. There you go. And somebody weirdly enough made a TikTok about what's happening on Hot Topic regarding this.
All right, I'm not sure what the proper channels are or if this makes much of a big deal or anything, but I went into Hot Topic today and I got super excited because I thought that they were selling Berried Alive merchandise. Turns out it's not Berried Alive.
It's Bury Me Alive.
But it sure does seem like it's Berried Alive, isn't it? I had them check to see if it was for some like band or something like that. And it says it's unlicensed. So it's apparently something that someone in the Hot Topic place like made, apparently. But I don't know about you. The font, the design itself.
I mean, you compare the two, like, this is Charles, right? This is Berried Alive. This is Hot Topic. It's like they use the same fonts, I think, even. They didn't even try to do it different. It's an absolute straight up copy pasta. Crazy strawberries causing madness. Bury Me Alive. Same font, Berried Alive. Like it's like they didn't even try to make to copy the homework a little bit differently. When you're in school and you're your friend and your friend's like, yo, can I copy your homework? And they're like, nah, dude, I don't want to get in trouble. And then you're like, bro, I promise, I'll use my own words and stuff. I'll do it enough. And then you hand it in and it's not even different. It's the exact same fucking thing. It's literally what this is.
Clearly.
Very disappointing. I can't with you, chat. Is this the first ever rare TikTok W? Actual good TikTok. Yeah, from this, Charles literally messaged me and kind of sent me the TikTok. He showed me these this is what they sell, Berried Alive Charles sells, and this is what TikTok I saw the little preview and I saw him be like, hey, someone's trying to steal my shit. And I'm gonna be real, my first instinct, and I know Charles to a point. He seems chill. He's always been nice to me, so respect, right? But I mean, in general, I'm okay, a lot of people assume other people rip off their stuff. You know what I mean? And it's because they use a same, I don't know. They use it if it's a fruit, someone else maybe uses a fruit, right? Or maybe it's a similar font, but it's a different name. You know what I mean? That's artists are sometimes very picky about they took that one aspect of it, therefore it's copy pasta, and they make a big deal out of nothing. However, when I looked at this, dude, they just stole his they stole it. This is not kind of stolen. This is they like there was somebody who knew this art and literally copy pasted it. It's the same name. Bury Me Alive is not different than Buried Alive. I'm sorry. That is the stupidest fucking switch up I've ever seen. They use the same font as far as I can see. It's this. This is the fucking font they use. Okay, so there you go. Hot Topic. Really good. Hot Topic is so big. And they probably didn't, to commercially sell that, by the way, they probably didn't even fucking get a commercial license for this font. By the way, maybe they do. Maybe they have the license for it. But if they didn't take the time to fucking talk to the people they're stealing everything from, I don't think they took the time to care about what the font was and getting the license for that. Yeah, it's close enough. Yeah, this is not a Danger font. It's close. It looks somewhat similar, though. So the font's not exactly the same. The name's not exactly the same. And the strawberries aren't exactly the same. Because if you see these teeth, these look like more like teeth. And these are like spikes, right? And you see it like this is a banana, but this is a building. So, like, guys, like, it's so different. Like, I can only imagine, like, the emails sent or, like, the one board meeting they had for this, like, new merch or whatever the they do at Hot Topic. And they're like, guys, like, it's not even the same. Yeah, like, they had a little blue car. Like, oh, guys, what do you mean? This is different. We have a car. What are you talking? We're not ripping off Buried Alive. We're Bury Me Alive with no bananas, a completely different font, and we got a blue car, bro. I'm sorry. Do you see a blue car in Buried Alive? No. Yeah, they didn't even include the color blue, bro. We have a completely different color palette. Like, you see their reds are like a darker red. We have like a pinkish hue. So, like, it's not even the same, bro. It's not even the same. So, like, I just think it's absolutely ridiculous how far Hot Topic went to copy paste Buried Alive, which, again, you think Buried Alive, like, I'm sure they're doing well for themselves. Again, in general, they make great music, but I don't think, like, Buried Alive, they're not like the size of, like, Motionless in White or like fucking Architects or like they're like a smaller middle-sized project, smaller to middle-sized project, which does very well for itself, right? So it's really weird that they would go after them to copy paste, because Buried Alive is obviously big enough that when they notice, they're going to say something about it. They're not they're not like really underground where it's like they have like 5 fucking followers and they have no power. They have enough power to just be like, hey, they're fucking stealing our shit. What the fuck? So I don't know, man. Like, yeah, poor Buried Alive, Charles and his wife. That's super unfortunate. Like, Hot Topic, huge store, literally just straight ripped off it. Straight rip off. They didn't change anything. They should have just asked him. If they were interested in his designs, I'm pretty sure Charles would have been like, fuck yeah, I want my shit in Hot Topic. Like, let's go. But now they made it this whole thing. And there was a resolution, however, to this, which is good. It is no longer on their website. According to Charles, holy shit, I think they actually took down the shirt. So I actually don't know if it's more beneficial if they kept it up and Buried Alive just sued the unholy fuck out of them. They probably would have got more money. I hope Hot Topic doesn't do shit like this again. I mean, like, it's sad to see. Like, I you know what? I want to see Hot Topic work with artists. That would be great. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick of going to, like, when I go to Hot Topic once every 3 years. I'm kind of sick of seeing the same 3 fucking Metallica tees. Like, it would be cool if Hot Topic had, like, I don't know, Currents tees, Van Anime tees, like. But it's a dub again. Buried Alive, Charles. Good for them that they got that.